Hello. High school's already a pretty miserable existence. You know, you got pimples all over your face. The girl you like is looking at the jock over there. You don't really understand your own identity yet. It's a really troubling time for everybody. But what makes troubling times like that even worse are troubling people in your life. And that's what today's video is about, because I watched a video where parents confront a school resource officer, you know, like the police officer who's supposed to be at the school. They're like security, I guess, for schools. I'm gonna look up what happened real quick. So it all goes down at a middle school. A kid shoves another kid, and then the resources officer calls in the parents to discuss the battery that their kid just committed. I don't actually know how the whole process works. I don't know if the kid was gonna get charged with battery or something. That's not important to the story. What is important to the story is that these parents are fucking pissed off. Their child is a fucking saint, and this police officer is a bitch.
So I understand the frustration of the whole situation.
No idea, I'm
No,
sorry.
you have no idea. Okay, well, let's continue. Let's forget about the I'm sorry here, I'm sorry there. Let's go and take care of what we have to take care of.
What you can do is, like I was just explaining, when this process goes through court, you can explain your side of the story to the judge. It's ultimately going to be up to the judge what is going to happen from here on out. What I made a determination on is probable cause alone, which just means that he was the primary aggressor.
No,
Being
she
that-
was the primary
this
aggressor
isn't an
because she
argument.
was yelling
I'm-
at him.
Okay,
And that's aggression.
I'm gonna finish this
Okay, so
conversation
you
if
just
you
messed
guys
up.
keep
You
interrupting
failed a
me.
kid. Okay, that's okay. You are failing kids right here. We're not talking about us, because believe me, if it were about the adults, we can solve this at a whole different level.
So
We are talking about a kid
if,
that I'm
if you wanna
40.
speak
Now
with
I'm
my
telling you,
supervisor,
I'm
you're not
talking
gonna raise
to
your
you.
voice at me.
Okay,
You're not
yes,
gonna
I
raise
am going to do. Guess
Okay.
what? Because I
You
pay you
guys are going to
salary.
leave.
Okay, what
You guys
happened
can
to
leave.
you?
Yeah, just a great all-around great couple. I'm sure that this police officer had a great time talking to them, and I'm sure that their son who shoved another kid learned it from like TV or something. There's no way these guys had anything to do with it. What? That'd be crazy. He's saying that she's failing kids, which is just objectively untrue. They're only thinking about their own kid. What about the kid who allegedly got shoved here, right? What about the kid who's being battered by your son? They don't matter, I guess. For some reason, they would rather come up in here to this police officer's nice office in a middle school and cause a whole scene. You know, normal parents scold their kid, maybe be like, hey, you can't just shove people. You'll go to jail that way. But instead, they just decided to completely shit on this officer for no reason and be completely rude to her. It's more the husband than the wife who's actually berating the officer, but still they're a pair and they're doing this together.
Why are you so
can't have-
worthless? Do you
can't have a
feel
conversation,
do
so
you
you have
feel
to leave.
proud that you are this worthless lady?
Okay,
I'm
Do
gonna
you
tell
feel
you-
this proud
I'm
that you
going
are
to
this
tell you one more
worthless?
time
Shut the
before
fuck
this
up,
escalates.
because I paid your salary, you dumb
If you put
bitch.
your hand in my
Okay?
face, this is gonna
That's what
escalate.
happened. Look, what is gonna happen?
I'm holding
What is
you
gonna
up.
happen?
You need to leave.
You are a worthless piece of
1
shit.
47.
Way, I can't get my way. You're a worthless piece of shit because you won't listen to me and let me get away with doing what I want. Way. This is embarrassing, bro. Your wife and child are right there, right there, and they're just watching you yell at this woman for doing her job. Wow, big man. I wonder where the aggression that the kid used when he shoved that other kid came from. If he's acting this way towards a police officer who's doing her job, I can only imagine how many other people who just doing their jobs he's yelled at. I mean, even though he's being a piece of shit, he does have the right, as an American citizen, to say all of that. I guess doesn't make you look that good, but you can do it. That's legal. But quickly this takes a turn into illegal territory, because it escalates and escalates and escalates.
You need to leave.
There's nothing that we can do, okay? But don't worry, we're gonna keep this high.
You need to leave.
You are
You put your hand in my
right
face
here.
one more time. I have a fucking issue.
You
Don't
want
do
me to
that.
punch you? Who the fuck are you?
Straight wallop that police officer, goddamn. You heard the punch on the body cam, and then she went down like a fucking tree. And then he took her taser. Then he took the police officer's weapon. Smart man. This fucking guy is a genius. It's one thing to get rage baited, I guess. But this guy got rage baited so hard that he literally assaulted a police officer and took her weapon. Again, wife and kid just watching this happen. I don't know, actually it looked like the wife kind of got involved, but it looked more like she was trying to stop him from assaulting that police officer. Everybody in the vicinity tried to stop him, but they weren't enough. He was dead set on punching the shit out of this police officer for doing her job. It's not her fucking fault that your son shoved someone. But on the bright side, I guess, now your son's probably going to be less violent because he's like, damn, I don't want to be like my piece of shit father. I don't want to just go around punching people because I'm mad. This is unhinged.
Put it down right fucking now! Put it down right now! Put your hands behind your fucking back! Put your hands behind your fucking back now!
Mira tu hijo, mira tu hijo.
I need 1 minute. Put your hands behind your fucking back now!
Piensa en tu hijo.
Yeah, please, thank you. Dad.
Central Kilo 47.
Well, isn't that crazy? Imagine going to school one day, you get into a little scuffle, you shove a kid, and then that somehow snowballs into your dad getting arrested at the school. But luckily, he doesn't escalate it any further than this. The wife and the other teachers there are able to talk some fucking sense into this guy and be like, "What? Hey, you're acting crazy. Stop attacking the police officer." And he cooperates. But still, if I was this guy's son, I'd still be pretty fucking embarrassed, because now how do you walk back into school after something like this? After all your teachers just saw your dad get arrested because he attacked a cop. Not only a cop, he attacked the school resources officer at your school. So now every time you see the school resources officer, she's going to be looking at you sideways because you look like your dad, and she's going to be a little scared every time you walk by, because she thinks she's going to get walloped again. I'm sure this is an event that rippled through the entire school. This is a middle school. This is probably the only thing they're going to be talking about for at least the next few days. Especially once they find out it's your dad. They're going to be like, "Hey, did you hear about that guy's dad who punched the school resource?" Someone saw it. There's like one kid out here on a bathroom break just looking. But that's really it. That's all that really happens. After this, the mom also gets arrested, and they both get taken down to the station where they're booked.
At a November 12, 2025 sentencing hearing, a Volusia County judge sentenced Rivera to 45 days in Volusia County Jail, with adjudication withheld, meaning he is not legally labeled a convicted felon despite serving a sentence on felony charges.
Okay, so as I understand it, okay, so first of all, 45 days in jail, warranted, hitting an officer is a felony and stealing the weapon. So he served 45 days in jail on those felony charges, but he wasn't actually convicted of the felony, I guess is what an adjudication is. I guess he's really lucky that the judge likes him or something. I don't know. Judge totally could have fucked up his life right there. Maybe the judge was like, it's only a school resource officer, it's not a real cop. But as for the mom,
Aponte, who earlier had entered a no contest plea, formally changed her plea to not guilty in December 2025 by filing a motion in court. Her motion cited Florida law permitting self-defense claims, even against law enforcement, when statutory elements of imminent threat and reasonable belief of danger exist, thus triggering contest rather than acceptance of judgment.
so I think the mom was charged with these 4 things on the screen. But I think that for the battery, she's arguing that she was acting in self-defense because the officer attacked her. Good luck with that one. Her case is ongoing, as far as I can understand. Good job. Great parenting, guys. You really showed your kid a lesson there. Violence is the answer. This is the biggest form of cosmic karma. Like, that kid shoved a kid, and in retaliation, the universe arrested his parents. So, what goes around comes around. But that's the whole video. So, thank you for watching. Bye.